Well, that pretty much the tone that was set by the close of yesterday's trading session. What's your sense of the market activity we're seeing right now? Because activity seems to be somewhat tempered, certainly from a local perspective, ahead of the elections on March the 4th.
Thanks for having me over. As we've seen in the market in yesterday's trading session, the equity turnover reduced by 11.7%, but the BOS slightly appreciated by 0.09%. This is largely attributed to foreign buys in yesterday's session, where we had investors who are trying to take positions in ahead of the earnings release. But now on the sell side, it was a bit difficult to match the demand levels in some of the counters.
Absolutely. I mean, you've highlighted the fact that we've had foreign investors acting as support for the local bourse, Geoffrey. To what extent then does it concern you that we had foreign investor participation falling to 32.5% yesterday from 61% that was reported on Wednesday? Is that sustainability trend in question at all?
That can be attributed to, for them, they're trying to accumulate position ahead of the earnings release, but even on some of the active counters that were trading yesterday, like Nation Media Group and Athi, they are tightly held stocks. So there were active gainers in the market, but now meeting the demand was a bit of a challenge to them.
Nation Media Group, that's a stock that we haven't spoken about in a while. What's led to the interest directed its way?
For Nation Media Group, at the moment it's trading at around 259. If an investor wants to hold a position in such a stock, you have to pay a premium for you to get a position. It has high demand, but meeting the supply for the same, it's been a challenge for both local and foreign investors.
What investment case, though, Geoffrey, is it putting on the table for the investor right now?
Come again?
What investment case is it putting on the table for the investor right now? What kind of investment merit are investors seeing in the stock?
For Nation Media Group, it always pays a high. It has a high dividend payout, but for the investors, they've been yearning to have a position in that. For them, they are expecting when the results will be announced later in the course of this year, they're expecting to receive high dividend margins on the same, but now getting position from the current holders is a bit of a challenge.
Well, Geoffrey, a stock that's been popular amongst local and foreign investors alike has been East African Breweries. Yesterday, though, showing that it's recorded slower growth in the key brands East African Breweries boasts in the region. It's recorded slower growth in the half to December. What did you make of that report that came through yesterday, and what's your view on East African Breweries?
My view on East African Breweries as a stock, the announcement that came through yesterday shows that the growth, a slight decrease in their growth in their beer and premium spirits, but all the same, it was posted. Investors are expecting the company to post a double profit return. But the question that will be on most people's mind is whether the company will be able to match the 38% increase in growth that was posted the previous year, reporting pre-tax profit of around 3.4 billion. Over last year, the shareholders of East African Breweries, they have really benefited and have been one of the gainers, because last year the stock appreciated by over 80% to close at 301 Kenya shillings as of yesterday's close.
It's maintained that price. It's currently trading at that 301 shilling mark. Geoffrey, would you be a buyer at that price point?
For me, I'll be a buyer because of the expected double-digit profit return when they later announced their full year results.
Let's take a quick look at CMC Holdings, because yesterday also that company out with a report saying that it swung to a pre-tax profit of 231 million shillings through to September, and that from a loss in the previous year. It seems that good news seems to be coming through for the company, and that after we know that a lot of its operations were suspended last year from trading due to boardroom clashes that were underway.
For CMC, from their full year results, earning results release, they've shown that they are back on course, but whatever will enable them to fully help their investors realize a benefit on their stock will be whether the current court cases will be determined in their favor. At the moment, the shareholders for CMC Holdings, they are at a disadvantage because the company did not announce a dividend payout to them, and even the AGMs, they have been postponed, and they've not been able to interrogate the management on some of the key issues to get a clear clarification on what really transpired with CMC issues.